ClaretsTV speaking to Cheltenham City manager Robbie Simpson after the opening day defeat here at Slough. Robbie, what was your thoughts on that one overall?
I thought it was a stereotypical game of two halves. I thought we started brilliantly. They couldn't live with us really, and they changed within that first half their system they played, and then they changed again at half time in terms of personnel. And we forced that upon them with how we were playing. We were intense defensively, and with the ball we showed really great quality. And the biggest gripe from that first half is that we didn't put the game to bed. Their management at the end of the game saying we should have been outside at half time, and they should have. And we have to be that ruthless. We have to put teams to bed when they're in uncertainty, because when they change shape, obviously people were uncertain about what their jobs might have been because they've planned for this game prior, and I think they've probably got the leaders on the pitch to be able to deal with a change mid-game. But yeah, we should have put them to bed. And then second half, their second change caused us some challenges. We looked a bit unsettled about our roles, but we were coping okay. I think the loss of Blackie hindered that a bit. In terms of that leader who was organising on the pitch, we really missed him when he had to come off injured, and we looked a little bit all over the place. We were forced then into a change and a change of shape, and we conceded two really poor goals from our point of view, like fundamentally poor goals. I class them as both set pieces. One was a goal kick that we lose the first header, and then we didn't have cover behind, and then we lost runners in the box. It's a simple goal from their point of view, just a hoof forward, flick on, runner in behind, cross, goal. It's the most simple goal you can ever score, and until the second one, which I couldn't believe my eyes when there was just someone in the middle of the 6-yard box free to head it. No one on him, and then two, no one themselves going to head it. So really disappointing. I think the difference in leaders on the pitch showed, because they had to change in the first half, and they adapted to it maybe a bit better, because it actually stopped our momentum a little bit, even though we still had superb moments to finish the game off. And second half, when we were forced into the changes, whether that be because they were getting on top or because of personnel, we didn't quite have the leaders on the pitch to be able to organise and get people doing their jobs properly. So unfortunately, they took their chances, scored the two goals. We rallied, but we couldn't get it back, unfortunately.
I suppose it's a good thing that we've created a few chances today and scored one early on, and Freddie's had a couple of, their keeper's made a couple of good saves at his feet, and even in the last minute there, Jake Hyde almost scored, just got it caught under his feet. So we created the chances, but got to avoid the defensive lapses. Yeah, absolutely. It was really pleasing, the amount of opportunities and final third entries we got on box entries, and we'll get better in that, because this is our first competitive match in trying to implement stuff that we're working on. So they'll get crisper and cleaner with how their first touches in the box in a competitive nature, and so we'll get better. But yeah, certainly the opportunities were there, which is good. Defensively, particularly when we have to switch systems, we need players on the pitch to step up and be leaders and organise and make sure we're right. And decision making is big. We've had to change the whole of our defence really, and they're young players that are learning all the time, and every time they make a mistake, it'll improve them, because they'll be able to make a better decision the next time. Unfortunately, we've learnt the hard way today in a competitive match, and decision making has cost us 2 goals and cost us the game. How did you find the new 5 subs rule as a manager? You used all the 5 subs today. You got a good look at all of your squad today.
Yeah, it was needed in the end. With a couple of injuries, it was needed. It'll take some time to get used to, and maybe we'll learn all the time and how we want to use the 5 subs. But it's certainly pleasing that we weren't restricted for sure. And for example, when we were ahead, we had to make a couple of changes, and when we were behind, it gave us the option to make some more attacking changes again. So yeah, we'll get used to it.
And you got another full week of training, then sort of Saturday, Monday home double header with Hampton and Tunbridge next weekend.
Yeah, and just said to the players, not that they weren't important anyway, but the importance of those two games, particularly at home, because we've not got anything from today, become even more important. Successful teams react well to defeats, and that's the challenge that I've put on my players now, that we have to react next weekend with the Saturday, Monday at home, and make sure that after that initial 3-game period we're looking healthy.
Okay, unlucky today, Simo, and we'll see you next weekend.
Thanks a lot.